September 2nd, 2025. More than 5 billion visits. Gone, deleted, erased from Roblox overnight. One of the oldest games on the platform just vanished. Millions of players woke up to find their favorite horror game completely wiped from existence. No warning, no explanation, just chaos. But the insane part is, this wasn't even the craziest thing about Flee, the facility story. Because somehow, this game from 2017 is still pulling 15,000 players daily. This is the story of the game that literally refused to die, no matter how hard the universe tried to kill it. And trust me, the universe really tried. It's July 1st, 2017. A developer named Mr. Windy drops Flee the Facility on Roblox. Now, at the time, Dead by Daylight had just blown up on PC a year earlier, and Mr. Windy thought, you know what, Roblox needs this. And he was absolutely right. The game was designed so that up to 4 survivors spawn into a facility and have to hack 3 to 5 computers, depending on player count, to unlock 2 exit doors and escape. Meanwhile, one player becomes the Beast, which is a killer with a hammer who has to capture everyone and freeze them in pods before they can escape. The game released into beta and immediately started gaining traction. Within months, it was pulling thousands of players. In 2018, Mr. Windy was selected for the Roblox Summer Accelerator program. But here's what's insane about Flee the Facility's success. It came out in 2017. Most games from that era are completely dead now. Yet here we are, and Flee the Facility is sitting at over 5.2 billion visits with 9.27 million favorites and around 14,000 concurrent players daily. Think about that. This game has survived 8 years of competition, trends, algorithm changes, and hundreds of Dead by Daylight clones trying to take its spot. And it's still here, still thriving, still getting regular updates. So what makes Flee the Facility so special that it's lasted this long? First, the gameplay loop is amazing. As a survivor, you're constantly making risk versus reward decisions. Do you hack this computer even though the Beast is nearby? Do you save your frozen teammate or prioritize completing objectives? Do you loop the Beast around obstacles or hide and hope they don't find you? The hacking minigame is simple but equally intense. You have to stop a moving bar in the green zone multiple times without messing up. Fail too many times and the computer breaks, forcing you to find another one. And the whole time, you're listening for the Beast's footsteps and chase music. Playing as the Beast is equally satisfying but completely different. You're in first person, armed with a hammer that can knock survivors out in one hit. You have to patrol the map, check hiding spots, chase down survivors, and manage multiple frozen captives at once. The rounds can last up to 15 minutes, which sounds long, but games usually end in 7 to 10 minutes. Between rounds, there's a 30-second lobby where you can vote for one of the available maps by stepping on platforms. It keeps things moving. And here's a detail people don't appreciate enough. The game runs smoothly on everything. Mobile, tablet, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, even your Samsung fridge, it all works. That cross-platform compatibility is a huge reason the game has stayed accessible to so many players over the years. Now, Flee the Facility has an interesting relationship with its community. On one hand, this is one of the most dedicated fan bases on Roblox. People have been playing since 2017 and are still grinding levels, with original players making relatable videos about the game. The game has a trading system where you can swap cosmetic hammers and gemstones with other players, which has created this whole economy and collector culture, but the game isn't without problems. One major complaint is the 15-minute round timer. It's way too long for how quickly most matches end. If you're a spectator who just joined, you might wait the full 15 minutes before you can play. The other big issue? Beast camping. This is when the Beast just sits next to a frozen survivor, making it impossible for teammates to rescue them. The developers added a mechanic where captured players don't lose health if the beast is within a certain radius, but that radius is so small it barely helps. And some maps, let's just say they're controversial. Facility_0, the original map, gets criticized for having a poor layout, yet it's still the most voted map because it's what everyone knows. The community has been begging for more map variety for years. But here's what's impressive. Mr. Windy and his team have consistently updated this game to the point you have to commend that commitment. We're talking seasonal events, new maps like Homestead, Airport, and the recent Spaceship map, new cosmetics, new beast perks like Stalker that was just added for the 8th anniversary, trading systems, pro servers for players level 200 plus, and even voice chat only lobbies. The game celebrated its 5 billion visit milestone in July 2025 with a special limited time bundle. It's not just a number, that's half a decade of consistent player engagement. Now we get to the wildest part of this story. September 2nd, 2025. A normal Monday, players are logging into Roblox, ready to play Flee the Facility, and it's gone. The game is completely unavailable. Not maintenance mode, not temporarily disabled, deleted. The community panicked. Twitter, YouTube comments, Discord servers, everyone was freaking out, asking, what happened to Flee the Facility? Popular YouTubers like KreekCraft were shocked. This is a game with 5 billion visits and a massive player base. You don't just remove that without explanation. Mr. Windy immediately jumped on social media to figure out what was happening. He reached out to Roblox staff and initially suspected it might be off-site links in-game that triggered moderation. The game had recently added a merch shop feature through Loot Block where players could buy real Flee the Facility merchandise, and there were promotional thumbnails and billboards in-game. Remember, Roblox has strict rules about directing players off-platform. Even if there are no clickable links, just showing external brand names or URLs can get you moderated. And Flee the Facility had these Loot Block promotional materials that had been approved and in the game for months. For several hours, one of the most iconic games on Roblox was just gone. Players were worried about losing their progress, their cosmetics, their level rankings. Trading came to a complete halt. The uncertainty was killing people. Then, just a few hours later, the game came back online. Mr. Windy posted an update explaining what happened. The game was incorrectly moderated for directing users off-platform. Basically, Roblox's automated moderation system flagged Loot Block merch materials and took down the entire game. Mr. Windy later clarified his theory, quote, "I'm not sure what triggered the moderation. Personally, I think it may have been the Loot Block merch thumbnail or billboard, but those do not have links on them, and they have been in the game for months with previous approval. I'm just glad to have the game back up," end quote. The whole incident lasted maybe 6 to 8 hours, but it showed just how vulnerable even the biggest Roblox games are to moderation systems. This is a game that had been running successfully for 8 years, hit 5 billion visits, and was part of official Roblox promotional materials, and it still got taken down by accident. What's crazy is that during the downtime, the developers had pushed an update, adding a trading post, new lobby, and a Meet the Staff badge. So players came back to actually find new content waiting for them. Here's something people don't talk about enough. Flee the Facility helped pioneer the horror genre on Roblox. And because it was successful, everyone tried to copy it. Over the years, we've seen dozens of Dead by Daylight style games pop up. Forsaken, which I covered, you can go check it out. The Rake, Piggy, which is technically a Peppa Pig horror game but uses similar mechanics, and countless others. Some of them got big for a while. Some of them died immediately. But Flee the Facility? Still here. Still pulling numbers. The game has a 90% positive rating with 2.5 million upvotes. There's even a fan-made expansion called 10-Player Flee, the facilities that supports 8 survivors and 2 beasts simultaneously. The fact that the game spawned successful fan projects shows just how influential it's been. The game's also gotten official recognition beyond just the Roblox platform. It was featured in the Monopoly Roblox 2022 edition board game as one of the iconic Roblox experiences. That's mainstream recognition. And Mr. Windy hasn't stopped innovating. The 8th anniversary update in July 2025 added the Stalker perk, which lets the beast turn off their glow and chase music for stealth approaches. That's a huge meta shift for a game that's 8 years old. So after everything, 8 years, 5.2 billion visits, surviving a deletion scare, hundreds of clones, is Flee the Facility still worth playing in December 2024? Here's my take. If you want to understand Roblox horror history, you have to play Flee the Facility. This is a foundational game. It defined a genre. It proved that multiplayer horror could work on Roblox and opened the door for every game that came after it. But beyond the historical importance, the game is just fun. The core loop of hacking computers while avoiding a killer is timeless. The tension is real. The Beast versus Survivor mind games are engaging. And with 8 years of updates, there's a ton of content. Multiple maps, Beast perks, cosmetics, trading, and events. Yeah, it has problems. The round timer is too long. Beast camping is annoying. Some maps are better than others. But these are minor issues in a game that costs little to no Robux to play and enjoy, and has provided entertainment to millions of players for nearly a decade. The fact that Flee the Facility is still getting updates in 2024 to 2025 is remarkable. Most Roblox games don't even make it past year 1. This game is going on year 9 and just added a new Beast perk, new maps, voice chat servers, and pro servers for veterans. Flee the Facility is proof that if you nail the core gameplay and keep supporting your community, you can build something that lasts. Mr. Windy created a game in 2017 that's still relevant, still fun, and still pulling tens of thousands of players every single day. It survived the September 2025 deletion scare. It survived hundreds of competitors, it survived Roblox algorithm changes, and it'll probably survive for years to come because the foundation is that strong. So if you haven't played Flee the Facility yet, what are you waiting for? Go experience the game that defined Roblox horror. And if you're a veteran player, respect. You've been part of something legendary. That's it for this video. Drop a like if you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe for more Roblox documentaries, and let me know in the comments what game you want me to cover next. See you in the next one.